All right, in this talk, we're going to summarize what to look for to help you decide whether to use the sine rule or the cosine rule when working with non-right angle triangles. For starters, when we're finding the area, always going to use square units because it's a two-dimensional measurement, the area. And if you want to find the area of that triangle, you're going to need to know the lengths of two sides in that triangle and the measure of the included angle measure. Same thing goes for if you want to find the length of a side of a triangle and you want to use the cosine rule, you're going to need to know two sides in the included angle. And what I mean by that, we're going to look at this diagram here. I know the lengths of two sides, the 12 and the 11. I also know the measure of one angle. And since that angle is in between the two sides that I know, we say that that's the included angle. And this is the scenario you need to see in order to be able to find the area of the triangle. We should know that the area is 1/2 AB times the sine of angle C. So when you're setting up these triangles, we want to get in the habit of letting this be angle C, that side little a, and that side little b. And the same is going to hold true for the cosine rule. If you're using that to find a side length, you want to have the formula little c squared is a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times the cosine of angle C. Once again, that's angle C that I'm working with. Well, if that's angle C, then this side must be little c, because the angle and the side length opposite always have the same letter, and that's little a and that's little b. So that's going to be something to train your eyes to keep looking for, is in the given information, do I know two sides in the included angle? Well, if you do, you can find the area and you can find the cosine rule. Well, what if you know something else? Let's look at this setup. I still know two sides in one angle, but the angle is not the included angle. What I have in this case is that angle and the length of the opposite side. So let's be training our eyes to look for that. If I know an angle measure plus the length of the side opposite that, that's going to be the tip. You're going to use the sine rule. And the way I recommend you set those up, if you're trying to find the length of a side, you'll have a over sine of a is b over sine b and solve. And if you're trying to find an angle, you'll have sine a over little a equals the sine of angle b over little b. Let's look at the problem we were just peeking at. So given what I've got, I know two sides. Could I find that third side? Oh, if I want to find that side, I better know that angle. I don't know that angle, so I can't find that side. But since I know that side length, this would be the angle I could find using the sine formula down there for the angle. All right. Thanks for listening. Hope that helped. Shoot me any comments if you have questions.